of the things that we talked about today that you think you might be able to take home with you?
Well, definitely the one about the money, about the less than 50, 100. That's a really good idea. I really like that idea.
And those pay points can be anywhere depending upon your budget.
They sound about right.
And
that definitely.
I'm sorry, Kim, but I do want to say you can use that principle not only in initiative in money, but an initiative in friendships and relationships. Like, you know, I don't tell my wife who I have lunch with, but if there's, and you know, I will tell her after the fact if I'm playing squash on a Tuesday night or something like that. But it's Wednesday night is date night, and that's a really important feature in relationships to preserve date night, which is you don't have to go out anywhere, but it's just that you find a way of putting the kids to bed early so that you and John have a special time together as a couple. You do things, I don't know, play cards together, make love together, dance together. I don't know what you guys do that's really nice as a couple. That go for a moonlight walk.
Yeah,
you know,
that's what we'd like to do is walk.
Yeah,
go for walks.
And it's going to be a harvest moon. You know, we can't see it up here, but honestly, next day or two, it will be a harvest moon, full moon. Imagine you and John going for, well, you have to have somebody in the house, but just going for one of the people whose hair you cut, one of your...
one of my girlfriends.
One of your girlfriends who you play volleyball with, if she could come in for an hour or two and you and John go for a moonlight walk.
That's a nice idea.
Nice to have special time for the two of you as a couple.
Yeah, actually, we don't do a heck of a lot of that anymore either.
Yeah.
Because the kids are always there.
Yep. Building a cushion or a break from a margin away from the kids so the two of you can honor your couplehood. I have the feeling that if you and John honored your couplehood, a lot of his insecurities would fade a little. What do you think?
That might be possibly, actually. Maybe actually I haven't been spending enough time just with him. Maybe that's one of the reasons he's been kind of jealous, actually.
Well, you know how, especially if guys aren't prepared for fatherhood, sometimes they regress. They become like the extra child when they're home. It's almost like, oh my God, you know, I got a third child in the family.
Totally.
Because they're so demanding, you know. But you know, if you could just imagine that John's needs are not huger than the whole world. Generally speaking, if you can reassure him that he's loved and he can reassure you that you are loved, then a lot of this, I think, will just settle down. Are there any other things that from today that you think would be that you can imagine yourself easily applying?
Well, I like the date night. I like the money. As in talking to him about it, that might take some thought. It's kind of a scary idea for me, but...
Well, maybe in little bits and drabs about telling him about your needs to feel less trapped and more, you know, more fulfilled. That shouldn't be too threatening to him if you couch it that way.
Yeah, maybe.
Gentle startup kind of thing.
Little bits and pieces instead of a big, huge sit-down discussion.
Yeah,
that
right.
would probably be
just
easier.
Bits and pieces, manageable segments. Yeah. How about the stuff about carrying pictures as your?
Oh yeah, I'll definitely do that. I like that idea.
I think it's great and it's fun. Because you know, you look at them and you say, "Ah," you know, and you know, you just feel a nice bit of warmth there. Here you're out, you know, having lunch with your friends or something like that, but you know, and it's just like part of you and part of your love is with you wherever you go, and it's just a sort of a token or reminder.
Yeah.
Well, I hope you take some of these things home as a token and reminder of the hour that we spent together. How would that be?
I will. Yeah.
It's wonderful.
Definitely.
Nice working with you.
Thank you.